This is a spicy question.
Okay.
Yeah. Since you are all amazing female leaders, thank you. Do you still deal with sexism in your roles? Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Okay, go for it. Fire it up.
Yeah.
So I've been in business for 6.5 years, and I go to events where it's just founders. And I still get asked, what company do you work for? Everyone else is the founder. How come I'm not
Both
a founder?
from men and women that ask you that?
that's
mostly men at these events.
Okay.
It's grown to have more female founders and that kind of thing. A lot of the times I'm talking about my business, and then I'll have them leaning into me in my personal space, making me uncomfortable. I've been at a conference, and one of the guest speakers, we took a photo, and he was behind me, like kind of sideways.
Did he Taylor Swift you?
No, he says, gotta put my hand away, don't want another Me Too moment.
Oh, give me a, oh my
Are you
God.
kidding?
Are you, did you punch him in the
that
face?
was-
Punch
That was
him,
the
like,
spring.
right hook.
That wasn't that long ago.
That's not okay.
You and I are I did not think that's what you were going to say at all.
You guys were like having a moment.
Joking about it.
It was just like everyone
You
else.
guys were over and Jesse and I are like, not for any other reason other
Not
than
like
it's
we're like, oh, that's hilarious. Earrings
did
out, like, that is so not cool.
No, not okay.
Wow, you probably handled that with a lot of grace in that moment. I don't know that I would have not hidden my quickness to anger in that moment. So,
A lot of the times, I guess I'm a blonde woman who likes fashion, and that's just, I get put in that box. And I mean, a couple weeks ago, I was doing a pop-up, and someone knew, I guess I knew his wife. I didn't know him anyway. And he said, oh, you went to school for what? And then I said, environmental studies business. I've done a master's. He's like, oh, and you did that all to do this? I know.
it's amazing.
A friend of mine was there after. She's like, I cannot believe he said that to you. It's like, I deal with this all the time. That's why I'm a feminist. I'm a out loud feminist.
Yeah. Like, I did all that to be a
insulting.
badass woman that I am today, and who are you to judge because he doesn't know anything?
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm confident and outspoken. I mean,
Yeah.
I know the time and place because
Sure.
professionalism.
Yes.
But if I was a shy person, I would just internalize that and never tell anyone.
and then maybe stop.
Yeah.
See, that's where I draw the line, where, like, if stuff like that happens and I'm at a conference or in a professional setting, I don't care. Like, I know that you should be professional to a certain degree, but I flat out say shit. Like, I would be so bold. I would get so angry. Be like, get out of my booth.
It's an art for sure, because, like, I obviously got very upset in this moment. When you are a business owner, you constantly have to be aware of how you're representing yourself and your brand.
Yes.
And don't let them, like, see that they've irked you. But with certain things, I have a tendency to be bold and make sure that I counter it with some logic and some compassion.
Definitely.
Like, just to be like, seriously, man, like, that's what you're saying?
I just say, to be passionate and control my own future.
Yeah,
yes,
good
I
for
love
me.
it.
Yes.
And then run an environmental business.
He just kind of stumbled. It was like, oh yeah, I did that 40 years ago. I was like,
Yeah, sure you did, pal.
yeah.
I can't say I've had anything to that like that really made me upset, and I'm upset that it happened to you, because does he even like know who you are and how amazing you are? He obviously doesn't. But my only experience, because I have been teaching for 5 years already, and I do still complement being a business owner with teaching 1 or 2 days a week. And there's been a couple instances where I've gone into schools that I love, but that I don't know too well. So I just haven't had a chance to spend enough time there and get to know the staff. So a lot of teachers see a new face and they're very friendly, and they're like, oh, are you new, or you're still trying to get an LTO or a contract, which I appreciate. The funny thing is when I kind of respond to them, and before I've said, I'm a business owner and I've ventured into this, I say, well, I only sub like 1 or 2 days a week now. And they go, oh, you're a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
That is their immediate assumption. The only reason I could possibly be teaching only 1 day a week, choosing to teach 1 day a week, is because I have kids at home that need to be looked after. Yeah. I couldn't possibly be doing anything else, right? They don't even think like, oh, maybe your partner's at home with the kid. Like, they just assume. Yeah. And they're not doing it to be mean. And I think it's just like a gut reaction, right? Like, they're like, maybe you're a mom, but it's like they didn't even leave that space to be like, what have you pursued, or you know, they
like
just
that
I just hate that that's still the go-to explanation is that, oh, you must be a stay-at-home mom. And then I see them even like look at my finger, or I've even had like one fairly audacious experience where they said, oh, your boyfriend must make a lot of money. And I was like, that is, of course, that's the only reason as to why I only have to work 1 day a week. Sure, yeah. Great. Like, I was just like, seriously? Like, we are strangers. Like, why would you say something
There's
like that?
There's no possible way that I have possibly a multi-million-dollar company that you don't know about, but I sub 1 to 2 days a week because I genuinely love it.
But just, like, it was like the assumption, that like, oh, well, you're looked after because somebody else is taking care of you.
That's
terrible.
And I will say that's not the reaction I get more often. Like, people are lovely and intelligent and often behind, women starting businesses. But there have been that handful of assumptions where I'm just like, oh, guys, like, we're so far past this. Like, come on. Yeah. But nothing to that extreme. I'm still really mad about what that guy said to you.
Insane.
Catch up with me in February. I'm still be mad.
And January is Women's March, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question. What do you think of the fake it till you make it phenomenon that women often feel when it comes to their career? I want to hear from Jessie for this one.
So I like this because I get it.
Yeah.
I think it's obviously, if you're starting a business, you should have knowledge about what you're doing.
For sure.
And you should, but like, there's a certain point, especially with social media, you want to make it look like you're probably doing better than you are. Because if you look like you're doing really well, people are more apt to come to you.
Yes.
So I think that the fake it till you make it, like, okay, literally my favorite pen at home says fake it till you make it. I love it. But it's just like, I really think that if you start to like put effort into, this is how it's going to be, this is my lifestyle, I'm not there yet, but I'm going to live like I am.
Right.
It happens, it's like manifestation. Like if you talk about it, if you think about it, like you work towards those goals and you act like it's already happening, it's probably going to happen, or at least it's going to be like, it could be a slow progress.
Yeah.
But like small progress is still progress.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I like it. But I get that like sometimes it's hard when you're starting because you can tell people are faking it. Like it's pretty obvious if there's like a newer business or something and people are like, we're fully booked, and it's like, you're probably not fully booked.
Right.
But like I do get it.
There's a line.
Yeah. So it's hard right away, but I think that it works out in the end.
Yeah, the way I look at it is like you need knowledge in your field. For me, whether it's a house renovation or real estate, like it's obviously either a lot of people's money or it's people's home. Like it can't flood. Like I don't want it to do. So you need like that type of knowledge.
Yeah.
But I also learned that if you don't start until you think you know everything, you will never start.
Amen.
So, real estate, it's very important to know as much as you can. But at the same time, if you wait until you know everything, you will never make money. You'll never get a client. So in that instance, my thought is like, get started. Have a mentor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it. Be very confident. Know your stuff, but have a mentor that you can go to when it's really important things like those to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The fake it stage is all about learning.
It's all about learning.
You're gonna learn continuously even if you've made it. But like it's really like experience gaining in that stage
exactly.
for sure.
There's a quote that I love that says, if you're not embarrassed by your first version, you started too late.
I love that.
Kind of plays into that.
I love that.
I look back at my first version, oh my gosh, it's so
embarrassing.
But you have to start somewhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think also it's important to keep in mind that even some really successful people out there still feel like they're faking it, because what comes to a point you're not gonna imposter syndrome, right? That's like a real thing. And what, you're not gonna wake up one day and be like, I have made it. I'm at the top of the mountain. Like it's not gonna happen.
You're always striving for something.
Would an entrepreneur ever really say that? I don't think they're a true entrepreneur.
So.
They'd be like, no, what's
like,
next?
check, okay.
I've conquered this. I need to start working on something else.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice.
I want to hear what else there is. These
too.
are fantastic questions.
Great.
Well, just wait for this.
Oh, no, what is it?
If you were an alien, what planet would you reside on?
I love this.
So I like Saturn. Okay, wait. If it's a planet that I get to choose, it is a planet where dogs outnumber humans. Like, that's my planet. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
It's always like 20 degrees.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I see.
You can wear a hoodie with shorts. You can wear jeans and a t-shirt.
I like this.
Okay, if I had to pick a planet, I like Saturn.
Yeah.
I think the ring is really pretty. Maybe you can ride it. I'm not sure.
I was going to say, maybe there's a roller coaster on that ring. We don't know.
We don't know. And then I also think it's like there's two things like on the planet, and I think one of them is helium. So like, how funny would it be if like everyone's voice was the helium voice forever?
You know, there's a shortage of helium right now.
Oh my God, what will we do?
I have it in my basement.
She's hiding it for the launch of her new planet Dog.
Sorry.
So that's what I was thinking when I saw that question. But if anyone else has a planet,
I like the sound of yours.
Yeah.
Right? If we can just add
pleasant.
puppies to Saturn, make it 20 degrees all the time.
And snacks.
Long sunny days.
Yeah.
Lots of snacks.
Lots of hiking and a beach.
See,
good beach.
you guys are describing like the good things
Earth?
in life.
But
In my mind, the planet, I mean, it doesn't really exist, but it would be a fresher version of Earth where we don't destroy it.
I was just going to say,
Where
yes.
Let's start over.
Manage our resources.
Let's do better.
We are less greedy.
Yeah.
We share. We think
Less
about,
people.
maybe let's not add all these chemicals into our lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then have a place where maybe there are no single-use plastics.
Yeah.
And
More dogs.
Yeah,
More
exactly.
dogs.
Yeah.
And dogs.
Yeah. Well, you care about something. The thing is, a lot of people in urban areas are so disconnected from nature, they don't value it. They don't know why we need to protect it. Someone I know who is involved in a not-for-profit bringing gardens to schools, like elementary schools.
Oh, that's cute.
I love that.
Yeah.
She says a lot of children don't know where food comes from. They think it's the grocery store.
They have no idea.
You get the food there.
I don't know.
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's all they know.
Because they don't learn. Like,
it's
how
the
are they
environment.
supposed to know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think that, like, I agree with all of that, but I don't know. I could sit here and say that, it would be nice to have a planet that didn't have Donald Trump on it, or it'd be nice to have a planet that was like where we are all more self-aware, or all more environmentally
nice
conscious.
to each other.
All nice to each other. But honestly, like, I think that's what I want, but it's not actually what I want. What I want is just what we have now. And I know that sounds really cheesy and whatever, but it's true. Because if we didn't have issues with the environment, there wouldn't be anything to fight for, you know? And if we didn't have issues in politics, like, we wouldn't have anything to be passionate about.
Right.
You know, so I think that there's a good push and pull between the way that you want things to be and the way that things are just falling apart, and just kind of recognizing the good and bad. And that's what we have now. And maybe it's not perfect, but it's kind of like, if we changed it, I don't know that it would work.
Yeah.
Or we'd be really bored.
Really
having
or we wouldn't appreciate what we have.
Exactly.
Having something to fight for sure, but there has to be progress with it.
Yes.
Right.
But I mean, we can always continue to do better.
Oh,
so there
definitely.
could still always be things to rally behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have lots of work to do.
Tons. Yeah.
Yeah. On a lighter note,
Yes.
who still gets advent calendars?
Oh.
I haven't, but I should. I don't know why I don't.
Right?
This is
I guess I haven't thought about it.
the first year that I haven't got one because they're in the plastic. I'm trying not to get that. But in a clothing swap, I got this really cute magnetic Winnie the Pooh one. And
That's cute.
it's just like a scene with Christopher Robin and Eeyore, and you just move them onto the numbers.
That's cute, though.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah,
cute.
you don't
All
get to
different
eat it, but-
versions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a
sometimes
kid,
get
though,
them.
that was life.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that thing. Like, that's what I woke up for in the morning. It wasn't for my boiled egg. It was for that.
That one chocolate.
Oh,
that was
my
the
God.
crappiest chocolate.
Oh my God, it's so good.
It really was, but it was the best.
But it's exciting.
Yeah.
And
I
you
look
try to
forward
guess
to
what
it.
the picture is on
and
it.
chocolate in the morning. Like, what a treat.
So great.
I was so jealous of people who got the Lindor calendars. I'm not
Oh my
gonna
God.
lie.
Those were like
yeah,
the
I
high
got
class
those.
ones.
Yeah, they're like
I'm pretty sure mine was from the dollar store.
And I would eat
Yeah.
it all
Just a
anyway.
grocery
all,
store.
Like, immediately.
And then I know that there's like makeup advent calendars.
Yes,
as
there's
well.
everything
I
advent
want
calendars
those.
now.
Again, that's wasteful.
It's wasteful.
Yes.
Oh no.
But yes, it seems pretty cool at the same time.
Yeah. Oh no, technical difficulties.
Okay.
I like how as your pregnancy progresses, like the episode style progresses.
It's like, oh no. Okay, last question for the group of us.
Okay.
Have you ever turned a client away?
100%.
Hands up if you have. I have. We all
I want to say like
Ooh.
not really, because I really only turn people away if it's like not my forte or if I'm
Okay.
already
That's-
booked.
but
It's
that's
just
good.
literally
Yeah.
like, but I haven't had an incident yet. I'm sure it'll happen. Like
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone has it
Yeah.
at some
Yeah.
point. I just haven't had like a situation come up where it's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Right.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
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 Oh wait, no, that's not true. Some guy messaged me on Model Mayhem.
Oh, dangerous.
Yeah.
It's cleaner, but it's not the greatest still. Yeah.
So it's just nude dudes. So when I signed up as
Nude
like a
dudes.
model like years ago,
New or nude?
nude.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I
never-
didn't know she said new or nude.
When I
Nude.
signed up as a
Naked
model, like back in the day, I got normal people messaging
Yeah.
me. So then when I
It
started
was
doing
great,
photography, I signed up as a photographer.
Yep. Right.
You don't get normal people messaging you when you're a photographer. You get guys that have pictures of their doodle.
Yeah.
And they're not
Never
like
heard anyone
artistic
call it that.
pictures, they're just like trash pictures. And they're
yeah.
like, let's
They're
set up a
Tinder
shoot.
photos.
And I'm like, let's not. Let's not do
Yeah.
that. So I guess I've kind of done that. And I'm still like polite. I'm like, I don't shoot that, but I'm sure you'll find somebody in the neighborhood. that
Perfect
could do it."
response.
Yeah,
Yes. Perfect.
yeah. I
Yeah.
don't want to be like a jerk, but also I want to be like, ew, no.
Ew.
Oh my God.
No answer other than
You obviously have.
Yeah, you love it apparently. You're like, yeah.
but okay, so I think it's important, especially as a therapist and I work with people's bodies. I am touching people.
Comfortable.
We just went from naked men to I am touching people.
I have a feeling this
Like,
coincides.
let's
somehow.
separate these two topics.
I am in a
let's-
totally different business over here.
No. When I
The
say
wrong
that, I mean
business.
very professionally, and I work with people through assisted stretching, which means sometimes I'm working with their legs, I'm bringing their knees into their hips, I'm getting, close to
Yeah.
uncomfortable areas where if I don't feel comfortable with the person I'm
Of course,
working
touching.
with,
Yeah.
with the person that I am working on manually, let's say that, is like I don't want to work with them anymore. Like if they're saying inappropriate comments or they're just making me feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
by the way
Yeah.
they're looking at me, like there has to be a boundary in my profession, I think, for sure. Or even if I'm just teaching yoga to someone one-on-one, still can be uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
If
Any
they're-
one-on-one, of that
Yeah.
proximity.
That
Yeah,
kind of
for
goes with
sure.
the like sexism thing too. Like if you were a guy,
Yes.
you probably wouldn't have that issue as much.
Right.
There are a lot of creepy women. Like it's not just
Yes.
guys. Girls suck too. We suck so bad,
There's
but you
not
can't
good
say that
people
because
out
people
there.
get upset.
Yeah.
But like we suck. We all
Well, and we
suck.
can be
Everybody
just as
sucks.
sexist.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
Like some
cute
women
when we
still
do
won't
it.
call themselves a feminist, but it's like you're not getting it. Like
Yeah.
you don't
Yeah.
you don't know what a feminist
Yeah.
is. If
Yeah.
They're
like
not quite
like
sure
a
what
man
it looks
should be a
like,
feminist.
yeah.
Like they don't
It's
get the
just
definition.
like we should
yeah.
all understand that we all suck, but we shouldn't suck.
Yeah, exactly. Let's
I think
suck
a lot
less.
of, like in your case, a lot of the attention is on how the patient feels.
Yeah.
And as it should be, but always
Yes.
making sure the patient feels comfortable with the professional they're working with. But
that's
how
important
do
too.
the professionals feel?
Exactly.
Yes.
Like any other business, are you the right fit for each other? Are
Yeah.
you the right professional and are they the right client? You
Yeah.
have to feel good about it too.
That's so true. There's
Yeah.
been so many times where somebody comes to me and I'm working with them and we're just not making progress or their body's just not taking well to the treatment or the exercises I'm doing with them. And I have to have a conversation with them because even if they want to continue booking in, I have to sit down with them and say, like, I don't think I'm the right professional for you.
Yeah.
I think you need to go see an osteopath. I think you need to go see a chiro.
Good.
I think you,
That is
or
good.
I'll tell
Yeah.
them, I'll continue working with you, but you need to also be doing these other
Right.
therapies. And I think it's important as professionals of any profession to know when the case is not for you and
Yeah.
when to refer out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people respect it if you're not just like, keep paying me even though this isn't going anywhere.
Exactly.
For
It's
sure.
good if you're like, I'm doing what I can, but I've done it all. This
Yeah.
isn't happening.
Yeah.
That's how you should say it. This isn't happening.
Well, then
Go over there.
you truly are thinking about them. Yeah.
Sorry.
You're truly thinking about them,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
just like recurring business.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I've turned people away mainly just for distance. Like they've contacted me and they're in Saskatchewan.
Oh, okay.
So and I still, a true businesswoman, I'm like, I will absolutely
Yeah.
come to you. This is what it would look like.
Yeah.
You have to cover my travel
Absolutely.
expense.
Of course.
Yes.
I don't ever want to turn anyone away who is coming to me for help, but
Yeah.
I do just give them a reality check.
Yeah.
Or
You can't be
then
like,
I
"Yeah, I'll
just
just
say,
drop everything,
yeah,
go
I
to
say, you know
Saskatchewan."
what, I'm encouraging you to find a PO in your area because
Yeah.
there's got to be somebody.
Yeah.
I think I've had, I will say, knock on wood, all of my clients have been amazing. I've been very lucky in my first year of business. They've all been my ideal client, and everything's gone really nicely. But there have been some inquiries that didn't turn into confirmed appointments that gave me a weird feeling in my stomach, like something's not quite right.
Yeah.
But I've been very lucky so far. So I have turned down for distance because the Saskatchewans didn't want me to head on over there on a plane. But other than that, I've been lucky. But I think it will come up and I'll have to deal with it when it does, and hopefully gracefully just acknowledge that we're not right for each other, kind of like a breakup, and move our separate ways and wish each other the best. But yeah.
I mean, you're going
It's
into
part of
somebody
business.
else's home. Like that's
It's a
you know,
very
by
personal
yourself?
service.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's the same thing. Like I have precautions I take to make sure I'm looked after,
for
right?
sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. You have
Good
to
for
always
you.
look after you and them.
Yeah,
It's important.
You probably could find an assistant too if you needed to.
I do, and like I
Yeah.
do sometimes have them with me, but I do always do that initial consultation. I
Yes.
look the address up.
Good.
I've spoken to them on the phone most of the time. I drive by the house. It's always in daylight.
Yes.
I know, like, some of these things sound silly, but
No, you
I
gotta
could
be
walk.
safe.
I
Not at all.
could walk into someone's home and no one would know that I was there at that appointment that day, and Lord knows,
Gone.
like, what
Yeah.
would happen. So yeah, it's just being smart, right?
Happens to real estate agents.
Real estate
all the
agents,
time.
Oh, yeah.
big time.
So dangerous.
So dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like an open house. Like I would
Oh, yeah.
want to have a second agent with me, or
Yeah.
like
Somebody.
someone posing as an associate. Like nobody else needs to
Yeah.
know that they're just like your cousin or something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I will show a single man a house at 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
By myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and you just do it. You just
You
do it. You don't think about it. But
Yeah.
Well, when it's
Until
so
you're
normal,
there.
you don't think about it, but then that could be for the wrong person and time to
For
take
sure.
advantage. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure. Okay, closet. Does anyone struggle with the closet
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Closet,
Okay.
kitchen,
I
cupboards,
just saw
bathroom.
my okay.
Let me
and it's like you need Kiki, and I was like, what?